All right, it is 8:15 just about Wednesday morning. I've got a core position. I put on a short last night at 88, 5 micros, and I added 3 um, right after GDP at 77, 72. Reason being is I didn't like the way the market was going down yesterday. It was just, here we are. Let's look at it. Just kind of free falling in that range the whole time. Finally got down to the moving averages down there, which I pulled that up several times too. Let me adjust this. Let's see. Okay. Came down to where's it at? I have to take this off extended. Let's see. Yeah, let me adjust this for a second. Yeah, looking good. So this is our day yesterday. Well, yesterday and the day before. Here's a 60-minute chart. So each bar is 60 minutes. Came down to, between the 21 and the 50 moving average. But I didn't like how we did it. We just came down. There wasn't any trying to push this thing higher, any big move. It just kind of meandered down. Then yesterday, I think all the shorts got out, took some profit. I think it's kind of a dead cat bounce. I wouldn't be surprised today if we fill in this gap right here. We are at 72 right now. And yesterday, let me pull up the 5 minute here. Yesterday, this was the area right here. So like, remember we spent all this time under 82, then under 80 and 78. Popped above it, did that. I tried getting short. I saw these and thought it could go down, but I was mindful too. I wasn't in huge. I was mindful that we had just come down and touched all those long-term EMAs that I had just shown. But I just remember saying, remember this area. This is going to be an important area tomorrow. And so here we are. We're well. If the Bulls were going to be strong, we ended high yesterday. They put in like on the daily. This is all like one big wick. So put in this wick, ended high. They couldn't even overnight take out this 92. I think they got up to like 91. You'd think there'd be some kind of continuation. Same thing with Nasdaq. Couldn't do it. So now we're right back. We're down at as it sits, we're at 73 right now. We're down at these lows. And remember yesterday, this was kind of the Bulls' last stand to keep that gap from closing. And they did it. They defended that area where there's a pretty big gap, um, or at least a lot of that consolidation right here. But if they can't hold this, if they give this up, I think we could be seeing some lower prices. Maybe uh, could be quite a sell-off today, but we'll have to wait and see. Move this over here. All right, so we've got 12 minutes before the open. Want to see where they open this thing up at. Definitely watching NQ as well. Where's NQ at? 17,930. So same thing with NASDAQ. Here's NASDAQ. And yesterday, there was a point when NASDAQ was putting in these lows, ES was at its highs. So that shows some indecision right there. But now the two of them are kind of lined up. They both at the same time. So yeah, that was weird. NASDAQ was putting in lows, ES was putting in highs. Then they continued to sell off for most of the morning. And then they both had that kind of relief rally. Bulls came and bought it up. You would think after this move on the 5 minute, all right, here's our all-time highs. You'd think that the Bulls, I didn't think, but the Bulls were expecting there to be continuation, right? Like push higher, let's get up into here, and then go get some more. Let's go higher. They didn't do that. They've just sold off all night. And now, as it sits, they're way down here. They're at 17,930. So this very likely could also be a gap fill for NASDAQ as well. So 17,930 is right here. Again, they defended that gap pretty well. But if this fails, I mean, we could kind of, I'm thinking maybe today, wherever we open, we could kind of wick up and then see us start to fill this gap and come in. That would be the ideal situation. It's not often that I have a lot of ideas pre-market, but just based on price action, what I saw, this is something that I'm really want to get involved with. This was yesterday. Was I wanted to short it, but with Apex, you have to wait until the market reopens. So I was short here. The bulk of my position, those 5 micros at 88. So that's kind of the core position. Now I did take some off here, and I got back in here short. Uh, Took some off right here, added some here, and then so essentially in this position on this core holding, this trade, um, it's like I'm holding 3 micros because I'm gonna hold that core position, those 5, and kind of see what we can do, see what we come up with. I'll be right back. I'm gonna hit the bathroom.